The 10 principles of intuitive eating are well explained in the book Intuitive Eating. There's also a lot of blog posts about the 10 principles of intuitive eating. But what I have not seen out there yet is an intuitive way of understanding intuitive eating. And so what do I mean intuitive way to understand intuitive eating? Well, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so in this video today, I'm going to be verbally describing pictures, simple analogies, metaphors, and quotes to help you understand the 10 principles of intuitive eating. So, we're going to just go down the list. The first principle is rejecting the diet mentality. And the image for this is a magic bullet. The quote is by Temple Grandin. People are always looking for the single magic bullet that will totally change everything. There is no magic bullet. So think about a magic bullet and cross that out of your head. The reason why this represents rejecting the diet mentality is because oftentimes we want a rule, a simple rule, like for example, intermittent fasting. I just talked to someone the other day and he said, so what do I have to do to lose weight and feel better about my crazy life? Is it after, do I do 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. where I eat, or is it more like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.? And this was after we had already been talking about intuitive eating. So I realized everything I just said had gone completely over his head. He was just focused on the magic bullet. Gotta let that magic bullet go. It's gonna destroy you. Let's go on to the next one. Honoring your hunger. And this image is like someone lifting weights, or the thing you say to someone who's getting older and is in a senior home. Use it or lose it. It's what all these companies are advertising their brain products. Oh, you're going to lose your brain power if you don't use it. Well, I don't know about that. But hunger. I've met so many people who have stopped listening to their hunger. A diet plan says to eat at 12 p.m., so you better eat at 12 p.m. A diet says to eat this, a diet says to eat that. Stuff your emotions with food, stop listening to hunger. Eventually, you don't hear hunger anymore. It's hard to hear hunger. And so honor your hunger means use it or lose it. It's a great thing. And even if you have lost some connection to your body, don't worry. Just like you can lose strength, you can practice and gain it back. So honoring your hunger is about starting to listen to when you're hungry, starting to listen to your body's needs. It's really about emotional connection as well. But there are a few other points that talk about emotional connection, which we'll get to. The quote for this is by John Templeton. Tell your readers to use it or lose it. If you don't use your muscles, they get weak. If you don't use your mind, it begins to fail. So we have a magic bullet and we have muscles. The next point is, the quote is by Nourish RX. When we remove that black and white, all or nothing thinking around food, we remove the charge and take away the power that food has over this. This is for the principle, make peace with food. And the image is an out of balance scale. So if you take an old fashioned scale, like a pillar in the middle, two things down hanging, and imagine putting different foods on the scale. And the scale determines the value, the moral value of food. And so in the old way, the scale, maybe strawberries and vegetables they're more valuable, they're more morally right than cake. But this new image in our head is a scale that's even, no matter what is on the sides. All foods are equal from a moral perspective. Don't get me wrong here, don't get me wrong. Not all foods are created equal. A calorie is not just a calorie. We'll talk about that later in Principle 10. I'm talking about moral equality, moral judgment, meaning if you have a piece of cake, your emotional reaction, ideally, is about the same as if you had a piece of carrot. If you had something healthy. Don't get me wrong, physically, you might have a different reaction. But morally, you're not a bad person if you have cake. Do you see that? The scales are equal. If you think you're a bad person when you have cake, somehow there's some sort of weighing going on here. Some food is worth more morally than the other food. And we don't want that. We just clear the scales. The next principle is challenge the food police. And there's a funny diagram. And I'll just go through it real quick. There's two people, and they're looking fearfully up at a cop. And the cop has this mask, or the hat is covering the eyes, and he's stern. And he says, "You will eat what I tell you to eat." And the people are like, "Ah." "You will drink what I tell you to drink." "Ah." "If you don't like what you drink or eat, I will tax you. You will be guilty if you don't like it." "Ah." And then the guy leaves. And then the people say, "Who was that? A dictator?" And the other one says, "A government nutritionist." Hardy har har har. So the image is of food police. This is where the intuitive eating principle pretty matches. It's an intuitive way to understand the principle already. Principle 4, challenge the food police. Challenge the food police. I really like this quote by Evelyn Tribole. When you rigidly limit the amount of food you are allowed to eat, it usually sets you up to crave larger quantities of that food. So the next time you have that voice in your head that's saying, "Don't eat that, don't eat that, don't eat that," be aware of that voice. Because that voice, has it worked in the past? Has that food police helped you? Maybe there's a different way. Maybe there's a way for you to only eat a little bit of cake, or maybe there's a way for you to eat some other food first and then have the cake, or maybe there's a way for you to go on a walk where you don't even want the cake. Maybe there's a way for you to mindfully taste the cake. There's other ways, if you're not judging yourself, how you can relate to that piece of cake. But you got to get rid of the food police, or you got to learn to stand up to them. So the next one is respect your fullness. And the image is a glass of water that has been spilled, and now there's a big mess. So it was all good, and then we spilled over, and now it's a big mess. Ah, God damn it, I might as well drink some more water. Just make another mess, because I already made a mess. It's not going to get worse. No. We need to respect your fullness. Respecting your fullness, you're not respecting your fullness when you eat rapidly and too much. You might lose control. I understand it happens. This is not to be a judgment. What we're trying to do is recognize the importance of fullness, to recognize that your fullness is like your brake system. When you're eating, it's like a green light. Go, 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 go. If you don't have a brake system, you're going to go, and then you're going to crash. In the cup analogy, it's like you're pouring water. Everything's good, and then you keep pouring, and it's a big mess all over the place. You got to learn to respect the signs of fullness. And this really ties into hunger. Remember, hunger, you got to listen to your body. Fullness, you got to listen to your body. If you can't hear hunger, it's going to be a hard time to hear fullness. Okay? So that's the analogy. The quote is by Veronika Tugaleva. Our culture has bred consumers and addicts. We eat too much, buy too much, and want too much. We set ourselves up on the fruitless mission of filling the gaping hole within us with material things. Blindly, we consume more and more, believing we are hungry for more food, status, or money. Yet really, we are hungry for connection. Amen, Veronica. Amen. We need to connect. Those emotions, we need to connect. The next one, discover the satisfaction factor. For me, I imagine discovery as an exploration. The satisfaction factor is where you're sitting at a crossroads. You got a path to the left and a path to the right, and there's some unknown variables. So this is what it means to discover. It sometimes means that piece of cake that you're now allowed to have, it doesn't taste as good when you explore it. but it means that with every piece of food, you find yourself at a crossroads. And you alone have the power, the freedom to make your own conclusion about the food. Does it satisfy me? You alone, you're at this crossroads. All foods are equal. Does the cake satisfy you? Does the spinach satisfy you? Now and in the future. You might be surprised when you actually prioritize your own personal satisfaction that the foods you're binging on, it doesn't even make you satisfied. Maybe you'll find that some other foods do make you satisfied, but you have to stand at the crossroads. You have to eat mindfully, and you have to really see for yourself, oh, these foods actually, they do make me satisfied. I'm surprised. Wow, they do make me feel satisfied. Or no, they don't make me feel satisfied. You need to do that. You need to stand at that crossroads. Just because something is healthy or unhealthy doesn't mean that it has to satisfy you. There's a whole different range of foods, and you need to go on a personal journey where you discover the best foods for you. And then the quote by this is another one by Evelyn Tribole. If you don't like it, don't eat it. And if you love it, savor it. All right? So find foods that you love. Find foods that make you feel good. Eat those. And then this next one. Honor your feelings without using food. The image for this is the universe. The quote for this is, we cannot selectively numb emotions. When we numb the painful emotions, we also numb the positive emotions. That's by Brene Brown. The picture of the universe is an attitude we have to have about our emotions. Your emotions can be scary. They can be overwhelming. It can be way bigger than you. You can lose control. It's almost like they can be so big that you're just one little tiny dot in a vast sea of emotion is overwhelming you. Just like we're one pale blue dot in this vast sea of stars. It can seem meaningless, pointless, scary. But on the other hand, maybe space is filled with riches. Maybe there's all sorts of universes that are going alongside of ours. Maybe there's parallel universes. Maybe the universe is a place of discovery. Maybe it's God's creation. So there's fundamentally two different attitudes. One is where we run away from our emotions. We don't feel them. We don't accept them. We judge ourselves for having emotions. We contain them. We think through them. That's not going to work. That's like fearing space. It's like hating space. It's being afraid of space. But we're in space. We gotta embrace it. And so we have to embrace our emotions. We have to embrace the mess. Wouldn't it be nice if we knew all the secrets of the universe? God, maybe we wouldn't have so much existential anxiety. But we don't know the secrets of the universe. We have emotions. They're here. We have to face them. And they are powerful and they are mysterious like the universe. But it's the truth. And it's right here, right in front of your eyes. So let's not miss the boat. You can learn to cope with your emotions and to take care of yourself a lot better. So here's the quote. It's by Respecting Your Body. And it's by tinybuddha.com. Respect your body when it's asking for a break. Respect your mind when it's seeking rest. Honor yourself when you need a moment for yourself. Respect your body. Oftentimes, people think of their body as a car running down the highway, 70 miles per hour. It's got a full tank of gas, and it just go for 12 hours on autopilot. People treat themselves like a car. But guess what? You are not like a car. You are a living, breathing creature with a consciousness that is feelings and is sensitive and needs rest. You're not a car. You're not a machine. If you treat yourself like a machine and just go, 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 you will run down, you will run off the side of the road, you will crash, and when you crash, you will go to food. You cannot work yourself to death. You have to respect your body. When you hate your body, you work way too hard because you want to escape your body. But you got to realize you are more than your body. You cannot wait for your ideal weight to start living your life. It's just, if you wait until you're skinny to actually engage with life, it just might be too long. And the good thing about this too is paradoxically, respecting your body, listening to your emotions, listening to what foods make you feel full, learning from all this stuff, it's probably the best way to lose weight anyways. You know? Like, not respecting your body, running your body, work, stress, go, diet. You're freaking miserable. It doesn't work. Like, it'd be one thing if it worked. That'd be good. Or it'd be different. But it doesn't work. So give up the weight loss. The image for this is getting a scale and just get rid of that scale. Like, cross it out in your head. The scale isn't the answer. Get rid of the scale. It's going to require a different mentality, but that mentality is probably going to help you achieve the scale goals anyways. And if it doesn't, you're going to be happier and healthier and have a way better life. So, starting to get the hiccups here. Woo! Got 2 more principles though. Exercise. Feel the difference. This, I the image is laughing. This laughter, there's a big smiley face. Laughing is one of the best exercises. It's like running inside your mind. You can do it almost anywhere, and it's even better with a friend. Laughter is the image. Stop taking exercise so seriously. Why so serious? Oh my god, I'm having fun. Get off the damn treadmill. Go on a jog outside. Jump up and down. Go on a walk and do something new. Try a class you've never tried before. Get it out of your head that you need to earn your next meal. Get it out of your head that you're exercising to burn calories. If you're thinking that you're exercising to burn calories, like, that is the worst motivation ever. It is good motivation for 1 freaking week, and then you lose motivation because it doesn't help you feel good. Alright, so laughter, don't take exercise so seriously, alright? You don't need as much of it as you think. You need a little bit, don't get me wrong. You need some exercise, and some weight training is a great idea. But relax, go on a walk. Don't be so obtuse. Don't be so... That's a line from Shawshank Redemption. Speaking of movies, seems like I'm going on a tangent here. Anyways, okay, let's go to the 4th principle for the 10th principle. See, I'm already losing my train of thought. Oh my god. Honor your health. The image of this is a rat race. You're in a hamster wheel, running on the treadmill. Gotta get more money. Gotta please my boss. Gotta go to work on time. Gotta finish everything on the deadline. Gotta go. Until you die. Yeah. Do you like that? Guess what? Let me tell you a little dirty secret. Your company, you're replaceable. And they might replace you. We all know stories where people have been at a company forever and they let go of everyone. So don't sacrifice your life for a company. And don't get me wrong too, the other parallel for this is that happier workers produce more. Here's what happens. You burn yourself out and you suck at work. You take sick days. You need vacations for a long time. You don't show up some days fully present. Your bosses notice this. They don't give you the promotion anyways. The happier person who maybe takes a little bit of time off work, doesn't stress out at night as much, puts things more in perspective, gets sleep, gets rest, they show up, people like them at work, they're on top of their tasks, they're actually happy at their job, they're engaged, It's the whole paradox of when you sleep more, you get more work done. And here's the reason why. When you are taking care of yourself, and this is the real principle here. I know it says honor your nutrition or honor health, which oftentimes is the nutrition side of things. But I've found that we all know how to eat healthy, pretty much. What we sometimes get confused about is work. We need to have the mentality that you can be better at work by taking better care of yourself with less time at work. To do so, you will have to sacrifice the internet surfing, the distractions. But if you're taking better care of yourself, you'll have more energy, you'll have more willpower to stay focused. You'll actually get more work done if you take care of yourself and get more sleep, and you'll eat way healthier as well. So those are the principles. The quote for this is, good food is very often, even most often, simple food. Anthony Bourdain. That being said, I hope you like this video about the 10 intuitive ways to understand the 10 intuitive eating principles. Have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions. Peace.